Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
Oh, David, I'm great. How are you today?
I'm excellent. Thank you very much.
Well, I have to tell you, you were excellent in this movie. My goodness, you stole the film for me. You were fantastic. I
Bonnie,
think
that's
that
lovely.
being such a juicy role, there was no way that you were going to say no to it.
I think juicy's the word, absolutely. Yeah, it's very hard to turn down a character that has all those elements. You know, you get to be this ridiculous illusionist. You also, who behind the scenes is this rattled, drunken, bitter little man who's also an expert in vampirology. It's kind of got everything, really.
Yeah, I mean, who isn't an expert in vampirology?
Well, Peter Vincent is the cream of the experts in vampirology. He has a whole museum about it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, this stuff. Like that set alone, David, is pretty spectacular. I mean, all the
Yeah.
stuff that you got, that lair that you live in, and everything,
Yeah.
that must have been wonderful.
Oh, I mean, to arrive on set and for someone to say this, so this is where your character lives, and it's so beautifully imagined, so lushly realised by the incredible Richard, our incredible production designer, and his incredible team. And so much love and attention to detail, and every one of those cabinets beautifully arranged with all these extraordinary vampire-killing trinkets. It was, yeah. I mean, I guess that's a treat for a designer to get to work on, but then to just to create it all so beautifully. It was, no, it's great. What a treat to turn up at work and for that to be your playground.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now, one thing I have to ask you, now, obviously the character that you play is a little bit different than the one that Roddy McDowall played in the original. Peter's just way more over the top. He's just fantastic. But how much did you put into creating him?
Well, it's always a collective experience, I think, on a set. You start with the script and then the director will have suggestions, and obviously you bring lots of yourself to it. And then Craig, our director, was always very keen to let the camera roll a bit at the end of each take, or to do another take and try something slightly different. And there was a lot of exploring went on as we shot. So it's very hard to break down who came up with what, but it certainly was certainly a collective experience, I think.
Okay. Now, I have to say, no one rocks the leather pants like you.
God bless you. Yes. Well, I can't see you, Bonnie, but I hope you're wearing your leather pants at the moment.
I am. Just for you. Only for this interview, though.
I hope you're not lying to me.
I'm not. I would never lie to you.
Good. I have mine on too, obviously, now. I always wear them underneath my other clothes. Yeah, it was remarkably comfortable, actually. Being fitted for them was quite tough. That was a lot of very intimate pinning by teams of seasoned professionals. A lot of standing very still. But once they were made so well, and this leather, they just had a little bit of give in it. Really rather comfortable.
Yeah, okay. Well, I hope you got to keep them in the end.
I didn't, I don't know where they are. They're locked in some DreamWorks vault somewhere. They're next to the Ark of the
With blood all
Covenant.
over them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have an amazing cast in this, David. Unbelievable. From Anton Yelchin, who really, really held his own in this, and then Colin Farrell and Christopher Mintz-Plasse. Wow. What was it like working with these guys?
A treat from start to finish, to be honest. It's a bit nerve-wracking, especially when you come from London, where everyone's a bit, a little bit cynical about how Hollywood works, and you think, oh, it's going to be all these big stars. They'll be, demanding extensions on their Winnebagos and won't look you in the eye. And it couldn't have been further from the truth. It was such a happy company, and such a lovely bunch of people to be around. I mean, Colin's just, charming and delightful, and Anton, who's in every scene of this movie, who was worked into the ground, was endlessly cheerful and inventive, and it was a really, really happy time.
Yeah, I can just imagine. I really want to know what you were drinking when you were shooting that film, that blue drink. What were you really drinking there?
It's meant to be Midori, which is a real drink, a fairly strong drink. So I wasn't going to be able to do that for sort of 14-hour shooting days. So it's a sort of, it's like a Gatorade type. It's bright green, and goodness knows how much sugar I was intaking getting through that stuff as I glided it back.
Yeah. I can just imagine. That's crazy. Now, I have a couple things I just want to ask you quickly. We're next up. We're actually going to hear your voice in an animated film, but it's an Aardman film, so they're all like these little plaster scenes. Wow! Did you have a lot of fun doing that and providing the voice for that?
Yeah. It's ongoing. I think I might have done my last bit now, but it was only very recently. Yes, that's great. I mean, the thing with animated films is they're so peculiar, in that you go in like 5 or 6 times over 2 years and do a little afternoon here and a bit of voice work there. And of course, there's all these geniuses working away in a studio somewhere. And it's stop frame animation, it's not computer, so they're literally moving a model 1 frame at a time. I mean, they're the stars of the film. I get to, talk about it and pretend it's all to do with me, but actually it's just lovely to be involved in something that has that level of kind of artistry and focus on it. It's wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, they make great movies. And lastly, we all want to know if you're going to ever revisit Doctor Who. I mean, man, what an amazing, performance you gave us in that.
Well, thank you.
Would you ever revisit it?
I think it would be foolish to say never, I think you've just got to, who knows? There are no plans, but it certainly has happened in the past, but I can't comment. The trouble is, I make any comment on it, it becomes a news story, and it gets reported that I'm in talks to return to Doctor Who. I'm not, but that doesn't mean it won't happen one day. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll make it clear that you're not in talks yet, but, we could start a rumor mill. Why not, right?
Start the rumor, yeah.
Yeah. What the heck? Well, I just want to congratulate you again on your brilliant performance in this. And I really, North American audiences are just going to sit up and take notice of you. You're going to get so many scripts. You're going to have to need an assistant to help you read them.
I shall start hiring one immediately. Thanks, Bonnie.
I'm available anytime.
Thank you. In those leather pants, you've got the job.
Yes, fantastic. So great to talk to you, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.